Hey, if you've been with us through this series, then you already know we're not here for surface level conversations or microwave motivation. Welcome back to the Intentionally Random broadcast, where the topics might be random, but the growth always intentional. I'm Anthony's Too Real, and across from me is the one and only Tina Mo for show. Now, up to this point, we've been doing some real work. We talked about not lying to yourself. We talked about what you keep protecting. We talked about outgrowing the version of you that only knew how to survive. In last episode, we got real about what it actually means to take action. But today we're talking about something that tests people in a different way. Waiting. Because let's be honest, a lot of us don't struggle with effort. We struggle with timing. We want it now. We want clarity now. We want the results now. But what happens when you're doing the work and it still feels like nothing is moving? So today we're getting into the difference between delay and denial, why timing can feel like resistance when it's really preparation, how impatience can push you out of position, and what it looks like to trust God without forcing outcomes. Because sometimes it's not that you're being blocked, you're being built. And listen, this isn't about sitting still and doing nothing. It's about understanding what this season is actually producing in you. Because if you move too early, you might step into something that you're not ready to maintain. So if you've been in a season where it feels like you're doing everything right, but nothing is lining up the way you expected, this conversation might shift how you see it. This is episode 5 of the Intentionally Random series. And if you're learning how to trust the process without losing yourself in it, stay with us. This is the Intentionally Random broadcast, and let's get intentional. Tina.
Hey. How you doing today?
I am breathing, blinking, and blessed.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad to
Thank
be
you.
in this space tonight, this evening, this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in that I'm excited about what we're talking about tonight. As you know, we've been behind the scenes, and it's been one of those things that I didn't expect for to kind of catch me off guard. Like I thought I was just gonna have a regular, little night where we just was gonna be talking about a couple of things for a pair of seconds. I was gonna go on about my merry way as if nothing had happened until I had some information to help me out tonight.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
and with
yes.
that being the case, I want to first acknowledge everyone that is coming to the space tonight. First one that I see here tonight is Elevated, who said he was here waiting.
What?
So I know, right? We're so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. As usual, we always appreciate your presence. Of course, I appreciate your presence more than anybody, but we appreciate your presence in the space. We always like to acknowledge our men that decide to hang out with us, ladies, a pair of seconds. But we most certainly want to welcome you to this space. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapmans. I'm so excited I can't even think of what I was going to say.
Greetings and
Uh,
salutations, and welcome to the
I
Chapmans.
know, right? Um, Brit Family Fun, who we affectionately know as Yolanda, is here tonight. We're so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. I don't take for granted. This is part of your three piece. What you call the prayer piece? What you call us?
Yes, my 3 pack.
Yeah, yeah, the
My
prayer
praise
three
three
pack.
pack.
Mm-hmm. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. I know there's a plethora of things that you could be doing as a content creator, but you decided to hang out with us tonight, and we don't want to take that for granted. So we want to make sure. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here chatments.
Hey, yo, Brit.
Simply Sunshine Moments is in the house tonight. So glad to see your smiling face in the place, putting a little sunshine in the spot. We appreciate your presence. Appreciate you hanging out with us tonight for these pair of seconds. Greetings and salutations, and we welcome you to these here chatments.
Hey, sunshine.
Tammy Tam, so glad that you were able to finally catch a live. Yes, we are live and outside tonight. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. We know that you could be doing anything else in the world other than being here. So we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these here Chapmans.
Hey, Tam.
Robbie Kling is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us as well. Um, we know without a shadow of a doubt that you could have found 1,000 things to do, including being out in some of that sunlight that's in your picture. But we uh so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations. Welcome to the Chapmans.
Hey, Roby.
One of my favorite YouTubers is in the place today. Someone of whom I consider famous is in this
Mhm.
space today. Tiff's Take is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chatmans.
Hey, Tipsy.
Precious. So glad that you are hanging out with us once again. I always see you. Anytime I see you, I'm just so glad to share the space with you. You always have a lot of wisdom, and whether they know it low key, you funny. I'm always entertained anytime we share any kind of exchange, especially when we're over there mind on Trisha's channel. But I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to the Chapman. What is this live basically about? Well, let me tell you something. If you hang on just a pair of moments and allow me to address those in the chat, including yourself, we can get to that in just a moment because we're talking about it's not a no, it's not yet, but we'll break that down a little further in just a few moments. But we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us, even with these few moments. Are you just trying to find out what's going on? We don't want to take that for granted, and we appreciate your presence. And we want to say to you, greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chatmans.
What up?
Yo, baby, yo, baby, yo! I must roll out the red carpet. Because it is my blood, my veins. My actual blood cousin is in the Chapmans at this moment. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. These pair of seconds that will be before you, and we won't be before you long tonight. I'm telling you that right now. But we're
Uh-oh.
so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Anytime that you're in a space, I'm always elated because you could be doing anything other than being here. Uh, Greetings and salutations, cuz, and welcome to these here chapters.
Hey, cuz. What up, cuz?
Now that we have addressed those that have come into the space tonight, how you doing, how you living, how you feeling? If I might borrow from BDB GP, who is always letting us know Big Daddy Beard Gang promotions. I think that's what the P stands for. But shout out to him in his absence. I'm so glad I'm hanging out with you tonight. We get to talk about something that I actually want to talk about. Not saying I don't want to talk about the other stuff. It- but it's not it's every now and then we get the opportunity to talk about something that's on a lighter note where we're not
Mm-hmm.
digging deep into our souls and
Mm-hmm.
pulling up all of the weeds and all of the dirt and all of the concrete that been left over from our life from yesteryears past. But today we're here on a lighter note in that we get to talk about something that's near and dear to me, which is about how we could be in the space of just being in a place where we're able to find ourselves in kind of a discouraged place,
Mhm.
because we've been doing all of the things, we've been putting up numbers, when you do, especially as a content creator. Oh my lamb chops! Don't have a job or something, don't have something to do other than this here, where you're not just doing content, but you're out here living life. Uh,
Mhm.
I know that you're married, you have children, you do all of the things as it pertains to family. And of course, you have, like 12 jobs yourself, including the family members, and you travel. And so I always take that into consideration. And on top of that, you have your own channel that you take care of. You sometimes make cameo appearances in other people's lives and chatments and things. And so I always take into consideration that anytime that you have that you can spend here, of course, I don't take it for granted, but also I can always understand how you can come to a place in your life at some point and feel like I really want more than what I got right now. I really would prefer to have some things going on that would take some of the edge off of what I got going on in my life. I could use, in other words, I could use some coins. Huh?
That part.
It's the money for me, it's them dollar signs. We try to get monetized in this piece. We try to be part of the class of 2026
Hello.
graduating over into monetization. And
Hello.
while
We're
that's not the
unemployed.
focal point for today, it is a goal of ours. And when I say ours, it ain't just her that want the coins. Hello. I
Hello.
want me some dollars too, huh? In
That part.
multiples
Both
at that,
ways.
huh? I don't want to stay 1,000 there. I need to be more than the 10,000 there. I'd like to be 100,000 and on and so forth and so on, huh?
Hello.
Sure. Yes, especially the coins that come from YouTube. Cause let me tell you something, we ain't doing nothing for free out here. It seems free right now, but one day it's gonna get us paid, huh? We gonna keep on going
Hello.
until we see it. And because we have so many people that already have crossed that threshold, we'll be glad to be in that number, added to that number of those that have persevered to see what the end gonna be. Real odds and evens has blessed us with his presence. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. Tonight we do not take your presence for granted as a male, a man, a testosterone carrying man, huh? A card carrying man in the space, huh? So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Um, Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans.
Hey, RO.
Fantastic Five is in the building as well. So glad that you decided to hang out with us in this space of the Intentionally Random broadcast. So glad that you decided to hang out and kick it with us these pair of seconds. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans.
Hey, Fun Five.
I know, right? It's but like I said, this is one of those days where we're going to be talking about um how, and I know this, it probably already sounds preachy, but it's not as preachy as you may think it is. It's
Agreed.
not a no. It's just not yet. It's not a no. It's just a not yet. Sometimes we get into one of those spaces, like I said a few minutes ago, about how you'll be persevering, you'll be working. You'll be
Mm-hmm.
working towards a goal. I find myself. I was just talking a minute ago about Antonisa's life of having, family, marriage. She has a husband. She's the wife of one husband, huh? And she has children and has all kinds of responsibilities and 17 jobs. It was 12 a minute ago. Now it's 17. Uh, but now she had all these jobs, work all these hours, and I thought about my own life and how I have a full round the clock type of situation myself,
Mm-hmm.
where I am busy, 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 uh, round the clock. I was talking to a dear friend of mine not long ago, and they was like, "Well, when do you rest?" And I was like, "And I shall."
Mm.
Have not come to a place where I can park just yet, but I know that I will be giving myself a couple of Z's. Matter of fact, I was on the phone talking to a dear friend of mine. As a matter of fact, I was talking to Yolanda last night, right after the live with Just Danielle 365,
Mm-hmm.
and you talking about when I got through with that Bible study, I thought I was gonna have some energy to talk on the phone. I was talking
Mm-hmm.
for a pair of seconds, and guess what happened? That lady called me slipping. I was on there calling all the hogs within about 3 minutes. I was out of there. I had been checked out so fast, you'd have thought I was left the hotel. I was asleep. I was knocked out with the phone. I don't even know where the phone was. That's how asleep I was. And next thing I know, I heard my voice being called, and I didn't know what for. And I didn't remember nothing else, but I do remember I heard somebody calling my name. And then I remember waking up several hours later. Well,
You got rest.
yeah, I ain't had no choice but to get some rest because I fell asleep right where I was, sitting in the chair. And so I think about how there are times where you can have so much going on. I had a full day yesterday where I had to go take my grandmother to her appointments. And then I had a couple of appointments of my own, going to take care of some business. And then when I got through with all of that, then I had to turn around and do some other things as it pertains to content. And so I just had one of those days that was full. I was running behind and I was tired by the end of the day. And so I think about how we press our way so often, and we try our best to keep up with whatever is going on in our lives. But sometimes, we all be sitting back sometimes thinking in the back of our mind, is it all worth it? I'm putting up all these
Mm-hmm.
numbers, I'm doing all these hours, I'm doing all this work, but is it really worth it? But I
Mm-hmm.
want to pause just a moment, a brief moment, to recognize Keisha RB is in the building with us tonight.
Hey, teacher.
Greetings and salutations. So glad that you decided to hang with us tonight. Because you could have been anywhere, and we don't take that for granted. Um, but while we yet in the middle of these pair of seconds that we won't be taking before y'all long. I know y'all might not believe that, but we won't be before you very long. Um, but we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us. Thank you for your presence and welcome to the Chapmans. We also have Lala, the high vibe coach, is in the building. That lady be bouncing on that trampoline, and I be thinking to
Mm-hmm.
myself, please don't hurt yourself. But then again, because she's in good shape, huh? She got the good ankles, them good tendons and things.
Oh.
If she does decide to hop off of it, she'll be all right, because she be eating the juice, the water and things. And so we're just so glad that she's brought herself, limber and all, to the space tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chatmans.
Hey, Lala.
I wanted to make sure that I acknowledge everybody that's in the space. Okay. Love the background flyer. Thank you. Appreciate that. It took all of about 2 hours because I had to fight with the doggone what you call it. I ain't gonna put them on black, 'cause, they might sponsor me one day. But I sure had
Hello.
to work with the people that I had to work with. And if y'all know about AI, you know how it can be sometimes, where you tell it one thing and it do what it want to do. And so I'm
Hello.
just glad that I was able to get it together and whatnot, what have you. And furthermore, and Denise was able to get it to post because it was kept rejecting my request. I'm like, if you don't want to listen to me, maybe you'll listen to her. We was able to get it done. But that's what I mean by the things that you have to press through, the things that you have to overcome. And I've heard, and I have so much hope because there have been so many of you that have been in a place where you've been trying so hard
Mm-hmm.
to get to that space of monetization. You've been working so hard. And because we have so many content creators in the space, when I say something about um working hard to be monetized. I'm talking about when you're trying to get residuals from something that you've been working on as it pertains to a business, because it doesn't always have to be just about content creation. Anything that you're trying to work on to better your position, to better yourself, to be able to um, enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm just glad that even in having the mindset that, hey, I'm putting this work in, I'm not willing to let go until I'm able to see a return on my investment. We also have with us um AI art to assets. So glad that you
Mm.
decided to hang out with us tonight. Never seen you in the space before. However, doesn't matter. You decided to hang out with us tonight. We don't want to take that for granted because you could have been anywhere but here. Huh? If you did
Hello.
no more than look out the window, whether it's dark or light outside, you could have just been looking at the window, looking at the birds or something. But we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chapmans.
Hey.
AI art. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to go check your channel out. But like I was saying, when you come into one of those areas in your life where you've been working hard, you've been putting up numbers, you've been working on whatever you've been working on, as far as I'm trying to get make sure that my content is authentic, that it's eye catching, that it's ear catching, that I'm putting my best foot forward, or I'm working on this business, I'm working on this venture of some sort, I'm working to change the life of my kid, get them to turn around so they can stop being horrible at school, in their grades or with their attitude or whatever it is,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm working on my health. I decided I was going to put down the McDonald's and eat a piece of lettuce and a carrot, whatever it is that you're working towards, you at some point want to be able to see the fruit of your labor. Um, I'm
Amen.
a Gen X queen having fun creating art. Well, I am Gen X as well. I don't know if I consider myself a queen. Somebody called me Southern Queen Chicken Biscuit one time. I'll take it because I am country and I like biscuits. But I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us regardless. Gen X is in the building, huh? Respect, put some respect on our name. But back
Hello.
to what I was saying. But like I said, whenever, even when it came to AI art, you're working towards something. You want whatever that you started out with to turn into something that you want to see, that maybe that someone else would want to see, and hopefully that somebody else may even want to invest into, huh? I don't know what your
Mm.
situation is. Can't tell you what's on your channel. Can't tell you how many subscribers you have or don't have. But what I can tell you is it's gratifying to know that you started somewhere and you finished what you started. And that's
Hello.
one thing that I could say is that when you have a goal in mind, whether you're drawing a picture, whether you're drawing a whale, at the end of the day, you want to be able to be successful in whatever that you started out with. Because I don't know anyone that starts out trying to draw Mickey Mouse and get to a point and be like, you know what, forget the nose. I'm sick of all of this. They just continue until they get all of what they're trying to do to fit into what they have in their mind, which is a finished product. And so that's what we're trying to do here, not just as content creators, but in our lives, period. No one starts running saying, "Oh, I ain't looking to finish this race." I'm just trying to, stretch my legs a little bit and get halfway and go back to the car. Not when you didn't paid all that money to get in the race in the first place. They pay good money just so they could be a candidate to even go across the finish line. And so I always consider, and I'm talking about especially some of these like the St. Jude runathon or whatever they be doing. I don't be in none of the marathons. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I'm not running. But what I can tell you is those that be running and walking, jogging, and whatever else they be doing, hiking, biking, I don't know. When they're out there, they have in their mind that they're willing to donate to a good cause and walk for it. But not just walk for the sake of walking, but walk to finish whatever race they've started. We're in that place
Amen.
today. And one thing that I can say is that, amen. Thank you so much, sis. It's digital art. I can teach y'all. I will invite y'all to my free community. Well, I'm so glad that your community is free because I can't afford nothing right now until YouTube start paying me. But I sure will check it out, huh? Um,
Amen.
amen. But one thing that I can say is that when it comes to um what I heard earlier today that touched me. And she's not in the
Mm.
chat right now, but you know I be bigging this lady up all the time. That's my YouTube pastor. Don't get mad at me. You know, that's what happened. Just Danielle 365, who had a prior engagement. So even if she is sneaking and listening, we're gonna act like she ain't here, you know, because we don't want her to get in trouble. But what I can tell you is that earlier today I was watching some of her content. You know how you be
Mhm.
going through your little timeline and you catching all the things. Like I saw Tips Take earlier. I saw one of her posts, a video of hers that she had posted earlier. About, a matter of fact, it was about art,
Oh yeah, the
content.
digital.
The digital,
Which
right? That
I
was
caught
something
it.
else. Yes, I saw that earlier, and while I was looking at that, I'm still scrolling to see what I'm gonna put queue up next because I try to
Hmm.
make sure I stay abreast of everyone's content, you know, that I watch. And so I'm looking, and lo and behold, I see just Danielle 365's.
Hmm.
She had like a 3-minute video.
Uh-huh.
And so it's members only. Now, for those of you all who do not know who Just Danielle 365, of whom I just explained, that's my YouTube pastor. Well, I dropped the YouTube since then because I've been calling a pastor so long it don't matter. I looked and saw, and this is the wild part about this. The video that I was watching, the clip in which, because I know it was longer because I remember what I saw. The
Hmm.
clip that I saw that she had posted in the members section. I saw it because it was lit up in green, members only. I'm like, okay, let me
Okay.
check that out then since I'm a member now. Just became a member last week. For those of you all, she does have a membership now where you can get exclusive content, huh?
Oh.
Um, and so I'm over there and I'm watching, and I was like, this ain't but 3 minutes. Let me check this out. Let me see what's going on. And I get ready to comment about, hey, I am finally getting ready to comment as a member of your channel now. This is what I'm
Hmm.
getting ready to say. And lo and behold, I'm feeling, oh, I feel it already. I'm getting excited.
What you
I
got?
see that what's posted is my comment from 7 months ago.
7 months ago. Okay.
7 months ago. And I say seven specifically for those of you all who know, who watch her content. She has this thing
Hmm.
about sevens, which
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
represents the number of
Whoa.
completion.
Whoa.
Don't you leave me alone here
Whoa.
today. So I'm over there and I'm watching, and I see 7 months ago, I said,
Wow.
I knew it. That this is exactly how I wrote it. Y'all know I'm country. I said, I knew it. And I said something along the lines of, you now have just officially become my YouTube pastor. This
Mm.
is what I say 7 months ago. 7 months ago, when I was
7 months
watching
ago.
that particular message that she had on there, she was not monetized
Wow.
at all. And was wondering in the world did she have to do to become monetized because she was doing all of the things.
And she was.
She
Whoa.
was improving and improving and improving, and she was putting up all kinds of numbers. I'm talking about when I tell you that lady was putting up so much content, it was ridiculous. And I know that by the end of the year, I had watched somewhere around 800 videos of hers. So I know,
Hateful.
no, not 800, 400. I think she's done close to 900 now. But at
Mm.
the time, I had watched 400, and I think it was like 490 of her videos out of the 800 by the end of the year. Now, mind you, I only been watching her stuff for 7 months. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't known none of y'all that long. And so I was like, and so I was watching. And so when I saw the comment, it automatically reminded me of I remember the frustration.
Mm.
I remember her being disheartened. I remember her asking the questions of, what do I need to do? What is it that needs to be fixed? What do I need to add? What do I need to take away? What do I
Oh
need to
God.
purchase? She had all of these questions back then,
Mm.
7 months ago. I remember because I was in live, number one,
Right, right.
Right. I was in several lives. I ain't gonna say everybody's name, but y'all know who y'all are when she was asking some of them questions. And
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
so, I'm like, wow. I remember when she was almost at a point of desiring to give up. She wasn't going to. She still had that perseverance, but you could tell it was wearing on her,
Right,
wearing
right,
on her heart, wearing on her mind, wondering what is it that I could do. And we always like, it's just a matter of time. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. That's all anybody could say. It's a matter of time.
right.
And then the time came. So now I'm part of the future that she couldn't see then.
Mm.
It wasn't a no, but it was a not yet.
Whoa.
Sometimes, and I'm getting ready to go. Oh, I ain't gonna get ready to close yet because we still got 4 points. You know what? I almost said forget everything, and that was it. I didn't
I
say
mean,
it
that's
all.
like the whole. Did she
I'm,
not run through it all, though, guys? Like, I think we've all
oh
been there. Might still currently be in that position now, you know? Mm-mm-mm.
yes. Um, when I tell you that, hey Queen, thank you. Good to see. I'm trying to get back consistent. Hope all is well. I know, right? When it comes to that consistency, it is not easy, especially when you fall off
Woo!
the wagon. But
I'm
when
trying
I
to.
tell you,
Hmm.
ooh, Hank and TV, I see you. Just wanted to acknowledge you right quick. Appreciate your presence. Don't most certainly don't take your presence for granted because you could have been doing anything else other than being in this space with these two ladies. Greetings and salutations, and welcome to these here Chatmans.
Hey, Hankin.
And I have not forgotten about you. I have not. I just haven't made my way over there, and you should be hearing from me pretty soon if you haven't reached out to me already from IG. I mean, on IG. Um, but like I was saying, this has been one of those things that it carried so much weight with me when I saw it today because it made me consider my mindset now
Mm.
as it pertains to, yes, I keep going just like everybody else. And yes, I don't have nowhere near as much skin in the game as many of you all. You all know this. I came here in August of last year. So for me to see that comment 7 months ago and to see where I am now
Mm-hmm.
with somewhere not quite but I'm pretty close to 500 subscribers. And I'm over halfway as it pertains to the hours that I need for to monetize.
Glory.
And which is great for 7 months. I do not take it for granted because people ain't got to watch your stuff. I mean that with my whole heart. People do not have to show up, and they don't have to watch your things. And so
Mm-hmm.
the fact that people have found any kind of interest or value into the things that I'm doing, I'm thankful for that. But when I tell you that it blessed me to remember the struggle, to remember her strength. Not to, blow up the spot like, oh, she was questioning herself. Not one of those things, but it's more so a thing of I saw how much it meant to her.
Mm-hmm.
And I also saw how she couldn't tell how close she was.
Mm. I don't think we ever can, though. Like, that's the thing.
Oh,
We
we
can't
can't.
see like the end. So you got to think like 7 months ago, when shoot, a lot of us may currently be like feeling like that, but think 7 months ago when she had these questions or these thoughts or whatever, who knew 7 months later we would be here and you would be watching the video as a member, which means she's monetized. Like, so it's
Hmm.
It's a testimony, truly a testimony.
Yes. And not only monetized, but fully monetized.
Woo! Woo!
And so
Gotta get there.
I'm telling you, it's I
Gotta
know,
pull out the
right?
tambourine.
You pull out the tambourine for the just that, yeah, 365. And the reason why, and I'm like, I'm not, oh Lord, here we go with the disclaimer. I'm not looking at anyone as if, hold on, let me pause for a moment because I must. I have seen his presence and I must pause for the cause. Roll out the red carpet for this man right here. Elevated Chills has entered into the building, and I dare not continue any further without making sure that I acknowledge his presence in these here Chapmans. Let me tell y'all something about Elevated, y'all. One
They
of the
elevated this
reasons
elevated.
why I have as many hours as I have
Mm.
is because of Elevated Chills, and I'm not going to cry with that young man in my presence. But what I
Oh,
can tell you is that he is the one who believed in me. Enough,
literally. Shout out to bro.
come
Bring them
on.
back.
When you got a man that will invest his space,
Mm-hmm.
his time,
Mm-hmm.
his resources into your success, you do not take that for granted.
Shout out to
And
bro.
he didn't know me from a can of paint on the side of the road. He took a chance.
He
And so
believed.
for that, I am ever so much grateful for that. Look at him talking about some, nope, we're not doing this. Yes, we are. We're doing it. We're doing it right now. We're doing
She's
it in front of
definitely doing it,
everybody.
bro. She's
Uh-huh. We doing
definitely
it.
doing it.
We doing it and we doing it in front of everybody, huh?
Hello. Get your flowers. Get your
get
flowers
these
where you can
get
smell
these
them.
flowers. And so I'm ever so grateful for you coming into this space. I don't take it for granted. I don't often even mention the fact that it is because of you and that I am in the space that I'm in greatly and largely because of your platform. Greetings and salutations and welcome by all means with the red carpet. Welcome to these here Chapmans.
Love it.
Yes. Look at Real Oz said, I believe in Tina too. Give me my accolades too. Absolutely. Let me see what y'all
That
don't
part.
know. What y'all don't know is in this space, Real Odds and Evens knows me from the other community I was in before getting here.
Really? See, I
Yes.
didn't even know that. I just
L-
learned something with y'all. We was today's years
Let
old.
me tell you something. Right now in this space, right now, without anybody else coming in that I know of, he
Mm-hmm.
has known me longer than
Oh
anyone.
wow.
Than
And
the
real
entire
Oz is a
Are You
real
Locked
one.
In community. He has known me longer. So for him to say that,
Wow.
I appreciate that's a man, y'all. That is a man. Men do not come into these spaces like this without
Mm-hmm.
saying when they say that, they're not just saying it just to be saying it. He ain't saying it because I'm fine. Huh? I mean, I'm all that in a bag of chips to me, but
Hello.
he ain't saying it to me for that reason. You know what I'm saying? So I always take the time to let you all know that have been standing there for me and with me and pushing me to go further and to go higher and to do greater. I'm appreciative of that because
Better of
while
course.
it's not a yet, it don't mean it's a no.
Hello. That's the thing. Long as it ain't a no.
Oh, wait a
Long as it
minute.
ain't a no.
Hold on. Wait, I had to put that on the screen. He said you is fine though.
Mhm. All right now.
Oh, oh, that baby said, and I'm a man. Yes, yes, he's a man, a whole man. We got some real men in we get some real men in the building. I rocks with my lady crowd. Come on now. I know that's right. Hey, he got me over here sweating. Oh Lord, I got warm. Jesus. I wasn't expecting to start blushing now. Uh when I tell you, but that's the thing though that I always appreciate is the fact that when someone can see the greatness in you before you can see it.
Ooh, ooh.
when they're able to speak to you in a place where you're even questioning your own
Oh yes.
abilities. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
That's
wait,
so true. Oh yes.
wait, wait,
Who done pulled up in here?
wait.
Woo! Woo!
Be okay is in the building. I knew you back when you didn't have fuzz on your piece. I ain't even getting my comments read. LOL.
No. Yo, I
All of the
freaking love
comments for
her.
me to read, I would read that one. Lord have mercy. Where you been putting your
Literally,
comments
I
in?
promise it's always be okay. I freaking love her. She's so freaking she's so
Yes.
funny.
Right now, I got to go back and make sure I ain't skipped nothing else she done said. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Let me pull her back up so I can put her on the rest. Oh, Tina needs to be monetized immediately. I be
Yes.
it. First of all, I am so appreciative to see you in this space. Greetings and salutations. This is one of my favorite YouTubers, y'all.
Yes.
Uh, her the energy that she has always put a smile on my face,
It's
and a
unmatched.
chuckle. Talking about a chuckle, a serious chuckle. I be laughing. I'm so glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. I don't take it for granted because you could have been doing 1,000 things, especially the way that you be traveling these 50 states and doing the things. So glad that you decided to hang out with us. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these here chatness. But when I tell you again, whew, I'm just um I'm just glad that when it comes to um seeing your own future in somebody
Mhm.
else.
Ooh.
I don't know if we're gonna get to our notes tonight because I'm going on and on and on.
Baby, you done already covered the notes. What did you talking about?
You know what? I don't know because I didn't answer no questions or nothing, so I don't know. Um,
You
I'm a,
covered
I'm a.
though the points. You
You're right.
covered
You,
with real life application. You
come on.
covered the points.
I
Literally.
can, let me tell you, I'm so
And thank
excited
you,
though.
J365. Even though you don't know, you might don't even know yet. Thank you for allowing us to use you as a real life class example. Like literally.
Yes, yes. Thank you, JD365, my pastor in these YouTube hill streets. I appreciate
When I
your
say so
perseverance.
encouraging, so
So
encouraging.
encouraging to
Especially
see
with the
that.
7 months. Like with the
7 months
7 months, you
today.
said
I saw it on
literally,
there say 7 months. I
literally.
left a comment. I was getting ready to leave a comment when I saw the comment I had already left. And I was like, wait, I remember these days. Clear as a bell.
It
Cause
had
I
to
wasn't no,
be
I
on
ain't had
point.
nowhere near I still I don't have a quarter of the content she has right now. I don't. I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet.
It was meant for you
I
to
don't
see
even
that
have
though.
300 videos yet. Now I got 200 or something, you know. Yeah, I did good having the 200 or something. Most of them 200s is because of course elevated. But when I tell
That's
you,
still a whole word too though, Tina. Like the
absolutely.
short, like consistency, like
Yes.
even like oh, I'm just saying, like you and her, like that's something to think about. You don't have that many videos, and you still have like enough hours. You get what I'm saying? Like you have the
Mm-hmm.
hours.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's consistency. That's the
Mm-hmm.
part. That's what we was breaking down. Like even when the time feel like resistance, like you still putting it in. You still going on.
Yes. And I can't help that though, because I have too many examples of what it's
Mm.
like to go from questioning how long.
Mm-hmm.
One of my biggest examples is Trisha Nicole.
Ooh, okay, Trisha B. I call her
Tr-
Trisha B, y'all. Trisha
Tr-
Body.
I know, right? Trisha Nicole is one of those content creators that I saw. I remember when she was like, I don't know if I could keep doing this. I
Mm,
remember that. And I was like, don't give up now. First of all, your content fine. You one of
that
the
part,
people out here that somebody can, your stuff worth looking at, huh? And
literally.
so, and I just remember not wanting her to give up. And then like not long after that, because I remember being in the live and like a few days later, she was monetized. And I was like, wow, here it was
Look,
just,
she just
she
went
was
back to
ready to
another
give
point.
up. She
You
was
went
ready
back
to
to
give
another point. You was
mhm,
believing in her. You were one of the people, encouraging her, pushing her on. Like, we need that. We need that. We need people to see in us, like at times where we don't see it. We need
yeah.
that.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
This was
You
like a
know,
show and tell live today, y'all.
it really is. That would have seemed like to me. And because there are so many people that's in the space, like Fantastic is monetized now. I was like,
Okay,
man, yeah. And so, and that's the thing about when you get the opportunity to be there early enough to see a person's journey and see their struggle and see their willingness to keep going, regardless to who's watching and who's not, regardless to who's showing up, regardless to who's running them playlists, they still keep going. Elevated is one of those people. He just keep going. Like the Energizer Bunny. He was live today. I was in there talking all of the mess and junk and things. But I was in there and watching him continue to press forward, to push forward. I was talking all the trash. You know,
I'm sure. Yes,
uh-oh.
bro. Keep going.
BOK said, you cannot see the building when you are waterproofing the basement. The work
Ooh,
is the work. The magic is something else.
but see,
Did she not come through with a word?
I'm just like, but see, this is what I'm
Oh,
talking about. That's
oh
so
my
true.
lamb
Like,
chop. She said we workers don't always see it.
mm, mm,
When I
mm.
tell you that because I have worked in construction
Thank
before,
God for the maintenance crew.
uh, I have worked in construction before, and I used to lay concrete, and I remember just seeing the area. We was making concrete steps one time, and
Mhm.
um, it was no steps at first. As a matter of fact, it wasn't nothing but a hill of dirt going
Oh
up into a
wow.
building. And instead of it being a hill of dirt, it was cascading steps to go into the lower area, which led into a basketball court. And I remembered seeing nothing. And I was
Wow.
like, I they had the schematics written up, but when I looked at it, I saw nothing.
Mm, mm, mm.
And then we started putting in the work.
Mm,
Yes, the workers don't always see it. They couldn't go off of what I could see.
mm,
I just had to trust the vision.
mm.
Micah, I see you. So glad that you decided to hang out with us tonight. While we won't be here but a few more minutes, we're so glad that you decided to hang out with us, to share the space with us as a man in the space. Thank God for your testosterone, huh?
Hey, Micah.
For the strength that you bring to the state, did I say it to the state, to the station,
We know what
to
you
the
mean.
channel. Coming at you over here where we at.
You know what? Did I say steak?
I know, right? Greetings and salutations. Welcome to these here Chapmans. And Tina Mo, you do construction too? Oh, you know what?
You know what? Okay, I don't even. Anyways, well, I'm gonna have to hire him.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Elevated, man. Elevated.
I done posted that on the what you call it. But anyway, yeah, but I couldn't see anything. But I wasn't the one that wrote out the plans. I wasn't the one that had the schematics. I had to just do what I was told. I just had to do what I was being led to do. I just had to trust the skill set that I already had.
Mm.
And I had to keep going. I couldn't see the vision of the steps when I was laying down the um
The
what's it
concrete.
called, not the concrete, no, it's the
Asphalt. I don't even know.
no,
I can
not
never
the
get
asphalt, the
construction.
framing. We were laying
Y'all.
down the framing. This was prior to us even putting in the um we weren't using not barbed wire. I can't remember the name of it right now because it's been so long since I did any of that. Because I drive now and do inspections. But well, I can't remember. Well, I ain't finna trip over it right now. But I just remember not knowing how it was gonna come along. And this was early in the journey. Yeah, rebar. Thank you, rebar.
Thank you.
Let me tell you something. He
Yeah,
didn't
he
came
just came
through.
through.
He didn't
Appreciate
came
that, bro.
through. He
Because
said
I
he was
was
gonna
trying to
lay it, and
help
he laid it
naming
right
all
in
the
these
wrong
cabinets.
stuff.
Look at the real eyes. Somebody's gonna lay it down pipe. Jesus Christ. But yes, the rebar. And so I was reinforcement wire actually was where I was trying to go with it. Um and so when it came to that, it was one of those things where I'm like, I couldn't see it. I could not see it for the life of me. Even though we were doing the framing, even though we were laying down the reinforcement wire, even though, we had the schematics for how much we knew how much concrete we were going to use. We knew what kind of a mixture. We already had our and this was back in the day. We were still using bull floats, and some of y'all don't know nothing about that. And then it's a bunch of women in here. Y'all might not know anything about that. But we were still using bull floats. We were still getting out there with the towel. Now y'all probably know what. Anyway, I mean, with not towel, trowel. And so we're out there and we're working. And as we continue to work, we begin to see a form come up. We began to see how things are finally coming along. What in is a bull float? It's a it's a smoothing device that you hold with your hand. Nowadays, they do that stuff where now they just use a bunch of things that are the tools are hydraulic tools that they use nowadays, but it is to level out the smoothness of the top layer, that's before you brush it and everything before it dries, so it can have so people don't slip on it. But prior to that, they smooth it out with a bull float,
Okay.
so it can be even all the way across. And so I think about that. First of all, y'all are hilarious in these chapters.
Oh, Lord.
The gutter still runs out in front of the church. Just saying. I'm have to take your word. Oh my goodness. And so it's one of those things that I think about as it pertains to just because you can't see it right now, just because you can't see that the level of success you want to see, just because it looks like the road ahead is winding
Mm.
or around a corner that you have not made it to yet, does not mean that the end is not near, that it's not around the corner, that your goal that you set is not around the corner.
Mm.
It is, but you got to keep going. And sometimes there is something that's in the road that slows you down. Like one of them, you know, one of those YouTube rules that come up like Tips takes always talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That have to having to recalibrate. I don't know what it was like for BOK to be like, when am I gonna get monetized? I don't know if she even had that in mind. She could have just been having fun and just all of a sudden, the people just started paying her money. I don't know. What I can tell you though, it had to have been a journey to come into that space of people being willing to invest into you because they enjoy what you do. They enjoy your consistency. They enjoy um, your perseverance.
Mm-hmm.
And they're willing to invest into that perseverance. All of those. And I saw something where she had some content from a year ago. I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Um, my father says there is always a man in the road. His job is to ask your heart, not your head, if you belong where you are trying to go.
Mm,
Mm, I never knew Be Okay knew how to preach. She didn't came in here with a word today,
that
huh?
part.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Do you belong here? Because if you do, there's already a place for you.
Hmm.
It's already set. You just have to keep going so you can get there. That's it. You just have to keep going to get there.
Okay. If you don't keep going, how you gonna get there?
If you don't keep going, how are you going to get there? If I set my mind up, um, I don't know, but the people who love me do. I bet. um, but that's the thing. Like, if I make my mind up to leave Memphis and I decide that I'm going to go to Florida, I can't be looking at the map to California.
Oh yeah.
I got to be looking at the. I got to keep looking at the map that's going to take me to Florida. Meaning, I can't look at somebody else's travel plans.
Mm,
I got to stay dedicated to the ones that I got.
that
Because
part.
where they're going, I might can't go, but I do have a destination. It might not be my channel gonna have a billion views. I might not be the next up and coming. What's that man to be selling the
Mr.
chocolate?
Beast.
Mr. Beast. Is thank you. I might not be the next Mr. Beast or some of them other um mild people that be, having all of the people following them. But it could be that I might have 100,000 one day.
Mm-hmm.
So my thing is not to look at the person with 100 and 200,000 and say, I could never do that. My thing is just staying dedicated to the route and the plans that are set before me. Because I got
Mm.
to keep going. We might not have the same kind of content, but I got to keep going. We
Hello.
might not have the same presence, but I got to keep going.
Hello.
We may not even have the same tastes, the same kinds of people like our content. It kind of reminds me of Special K. Special K, I think, got like 200 some thousand subscribers or something like that. I can't do what Special K do. First of all, Special K is over there in England somewhere. I don't know how she got the folks to follow her. I don't know. What I can tell you though is that my journey and her journey may look different,
Mm-hmm.
but that don't mean I can't get there. So today, yes, I said mild people. So today,
I can't not.
um, I guess I could say that I'm encouraged to continue the
Mm-hmm.
journey just by what I saw today. That blessed me, y'all, for
Much
real.
needed.
It was what I needed.
Ain't
I
even
needed that. You don't have to slap behind a 1 million people. You just need to softly touch the cheek of one person who needs you. Uh, then softly touch the cheek is diabolical. I love that. But yes, but that's the thing. My goal ain't the million. It's the one. It's the one. It's just the one. The right one at the right time.
Mm.
Because sometimes it may take you to go through 1,000 people to get to the one.
Mm.
that'll change your life and you change theirs in exchange. You never know.
Amen.
Because the first person that subscribed is just as important as the 3,000th, the 4,000th.
Mm,
If you never get the first subscriber,
hmm,
you never get to see the 4,000th.
hmm.
So I just need the one and be prepared for the one. So I, when I tell you
You just need the one.
these Chapmans are hilarious.
They off the chain.
Yes, they are off the chain. And so I am tickled. And I want to close my eyes too. Fantastic. Um, but yeah, that's the thing. You just need the one. And when you are prepared for the one, everything else comes into play.
Mm.
You do what you're supposed to do, and what's supposed to happen will happen.
And what's supposed to happen will happen.
Yep. Yep. I never knew that when I was writing that comment 7 months ago, that I was going to look up, oh my God, that
Hmm.
same comment, man, it's the same comment for me. It's the same comment that blessed me. I didn't know that comment, I was going to need it today.
Hmm.
I didn't know that
He
me
did.
and this was me in a way being funny, but in a way being serious. You know, I always have humor wrapped up in some truth.
Hmm.
But this is the thing. I was first of all, I'm shy. I know y'all don't
Okay,
believe
here
that.
we go.
Doesn't sound like a pump fake, but it's the truth.
Y'all,
I'm
I
on
was
the
just about to
shy
say, you
side.
about to say, Tina, stop the cap.
But this is the thing. Uh simply so just what's for you is for you and won't miss you if you pay attention. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm.
It won't
Come
miss
on,
you.
sunshine.
It won't miss you. Nonsense. I cannot. Nobody believes me. Well,
Just when nobody believes me.
yeah, shy win. Oh, nobody. Everybody think I'm lying. My lord, I ain't
Woo!
got an amen. Oh, look, Yolanda said, "Cap, boy,
Okay,
I guess if
okay, yo, Brittany.
I told a lie, I told her today, huh? Um, this is what this is the thing about me. When I really care about something, when I really care about something, I'm quiet about it.
Mm.
I don't talk about the things that are the nearest and dearest to me because it makes me vulnerable. And I don't like being that vulnerable in front of you people. Hello. Out here in the interwebs, I don't like to be that vulnerable. So when
Okay.
it comes to,
Ooh.
yeah, there is an element of me that is rather shy, but it is because I can be like a kid in a candy store. And I don't want to be too overwhelming. I don't want to be too much. And I don't want to do too much as it pertains to certain things, certain people, certain situations. Because number one, it's embarrassing. Number two, I don't want to give the impression that a person could take advantage of me.
Okay, makes
And
sense.
so when it comes to what I actually care the most about, I'm very protective of it. Very protective of it. And so me opening up now I got to be transparent. This some buttery bull, but here we go.
Let's go.
I have been hurt in the past as it pertains to pastors. That's number one.
Mm.
Number two, I have been known to say this publicly. I don't really believe in women pastors. Feel how you feel. I don't care nothing about it. Never read nothing about no pastor in the Bible being a woman. On the other hand, I have heard about women in ministry. So
Hmm.
there's a little ambiguity as it pertains to that. I ain't really sold on it, but at the same time, I ain't never had a female pastor. So I don't know nothing about it. I'm like this. If that's how he calls you, that's what you know to do, then you do whatever
Hmm.
you led to do. They ain't got nothing to do with me. But I ain't never
Hmm.
had no female pastor.
Hmm.
Now, with that being the case, I have a background. I go to was attending a particular church, and in
Mm-hmm.
that particular church, that particular denomination don't believe in women pastors either. So I had been leaning towards that. Not that I have anything about against women or nothing like that. It just wasn't my personal experience,
Mm-hmm.
and it wasn't nothing for me to gravitate to because I ain't have no examples of it.
Okay.
Because of that, when I came to a point where I was like, "That's my YouTube pastor." That was an area of vulnerability for me
Mm.
because number one, uh, I met her on the interwebs. I don't know. I don't know what that lady could have going on. On the other hand, there were elements of her that I got the opportunity to see that I was paying attention to that allowed me to see that she wasn't like some of my other experiences as it pertains to
Mm.
them. So she stood out as different. That didn't mean that she turned into a man. Lord Jesus, I got to make it plain. It was more so one of those things. I saw her heart in it. And
Mm.
I respected the fact that she had a covering, which was she married, she got a whole husband
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
whom she refers to as it pertains to when she has questions about the Bible, when
Mm-hmm.
she needs to get find out some information. So, and the things that she was doing, it didn't have nothing to do she wasn't out of line as it pertained to scripture. So for me to see her in that lens, it was different for me, which also changed my mind to a
Mm.
degree. Me being in that space meant that she sat in a place no one else had sat before. I'm able to learn from her in ways I had never been able to learn under another woman ever.
Mm.
So, with that being said, yes, I am a bit shy. So for me to break out and tell her that she was my YouTube pastor, while that was funny and I had to chuckle, chuckle, chuckles, the laughing emojis, truth be told, I was being sensitive and vulnerable in that moment. And I didn't want to
Mm.
be rejected because I'm already scared of women pastors because I didn't believe in them. And I even told her that. So it wasn't a secret, but I saw something different, and she I've been able to learn and glean from her ministry ever since.
See how he work?
Hmm. Why is Antonice the best hype woman ever? I need you all week, Antonice. Let me book it.
See you soon, be okay.
That heart posture is different for sure. Amen. Yes. That
Literally.
yes.
He definitely, yeah, I was gonna say not I mean, I don't want to say like not as deep as what you were saying, but we've like had conversations and he definitely used JD 365 for me to like learn some things too. Yeah, cause like I don't want to say the church I grew up in was like that, but you do hear like a lot of stuff where they be like, oh no, women pastors and all of that. But yeah. But no,
Mm-hmm.
I felt what you were saying. I definitely understand and thank you, Lord.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic said, can't tell the all for real. And you should be protective. Absolutely. Yeah. What in the world we have learned? Oh, let me make sure. I feel well. What do we not know? That is funny. Oh, oh, I don't know. I don't know what y'all don't know. I done told a lot. I ain't told everything though.
She's like, well, I ain't told everything now.
Hey, Mrs. Key Armstrong is in the building. So glad that you decided to hang out with us these pair of seconds. We on our way out the door. However, if you would be kind and rewind for the one time, you might find something that'll bless you. Huh? If not, we're just glad that you made it to the space thus far. So glad that you decided to take out your time of your day to hang out with us a pair of seconds. Greetings and salutations and welcome to these here chatments. Oh,
Hey.
haven't seen you on in a while. Well, I most certainly have been on for quite a while. Don't know when the last time you seen to me, but I sure been here.
I was just about to.
I got a
You
lot
supposed
going
to be
on this week.
playing
I need
though.
someone sure footed and ready with the cowbell, baby. Antonice, we need the rates. I know that's right. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. You have a beautiful day as well. Yes, but like I
Mhm.
was, when I tell you that this day has marked a day of understanding that things come full circle.
Mm.
Understanding that at some point, because I'm still blown away about the fact that the it's the comment for me that's messing me up right now. It's the exact comment. Here it was. I was encouraged by what I heard and saw. And I, in turn, went to reach out and encourage someone else who, at the time, was unsure about how long it was going to be before they saw a day like this.
Hmm.
I now get to see where I am today,
Mm.
where they are today, and the difference between the interaction then versus where we are now.
Mm.
You don't know what's ahead of you, but you got to keep going to see it.
Agreed.
You got to keep going to see it. You got to hold on. Keep doing what you're doing what you know to do that's right, that's good, that is beneficial, that is
Mm.
necessary, so you can see what's for you in the future. You got anything else to add to this? I know, let me tell you something. And you
What?
have to. We're family fun. Lady Yo, I ain't gonna say your middle name.
Amen. My
I'm not
praying
gonna say your.
straight
I'm not
back.
gonna put your middle name out here because I don't want mine out here, and I don't spell it on none of them parts. Don't do it to me. I won't do it to you. But what I could tell you is that we all have grown.
Mm-hmm.
Some of that because of just that year 365, but we all have grown.
Mm.
I could say
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm the recipient of growth because of her. Yes, to what she
Okay. And
she needed to do.
you see
Mm-hmm.
how it trickle down too? Like
Mm-hmm.
it trickle. It's like a
Mm-hmm.
domino effect. It's like a
Yes.
domino effect.
Yes.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. I mean, y'all, did she not? Like, she preached it all, but yeah, just because it look like it's not happening right now in
Yeah,
the
okay.
current, don't mean it ain't happening.
Uh-huh.
You just
Does
got
not
to
mean
keep
it ain't
going.
happening. Just because you can't see it don't mean it ain't
Yeah.
happening. It is happening.
Yes.
You know who I
Very
want?
encouraging.
One
Very,
somebody
very.
that I can't wait to see them monetized. The first and foremost is you, Anthony's. Hello.
What? Y'all, when I tell y'all, I don't even care. First YouTube check could be what? When they say you need 100 to cash out. First
Uh-huh.
YouTube check could be 125, baby. That's the bill. You heard me?
Uh,
It's the
I know that's
bill.
right. But ain't number the
Um,
phone bill. Yes. But that's the thing. Oh my goodness.
But you know what though, we gotta prepare because that's another thing. You gotta be ready. Like even with JD365, and I know we closing, but it's just in the time in like that waiting period, like she was
Mhm.
still going. She was
She
still
was
going.
still
A lot
going
of
in the
people
wait.
like myself, ouch. In the waiting period, we don't like the waiting period. The waiting period
Nope.
don't feel good. We
Nope.
can't see the end. So it's like this
Mm-hmm.
was very encouraging to me today because it just keep going. Like I need to be more consistent. Shoot, y'all seen I felt like when I get on YouTube now, y'all on Saturdays at 7. Yeah. I'm gonna do
Mm-hmm.
better. I'm gonna do better. This was definitely a wake up, a celebration moment, a wake up moment. What you got going on? What you doing now? Yeah.
Yes. Where are you now? Because you're not where you were 7 months ago. Um, it was
Mm.
your channel. Let me tell you something, Anthony.
No, no, no. No,
Yes,
no,
yes,
no.
yes.
We've
Yes,
always
yes, yes.
hey.
Don't hit the end button because you got to hear this.
Greetings and salutations. I mean,
No.
what you keep saying that again? I'm talking about greetings and
No,
salutations.
too real. It was too real that after, man, y'all don't understand.
Y'all
Y'all
don't even
don't
know where Tina came
understand.
from. I'm not being funny.
I'm
I
so
freaking
serious.
love her, but I feel
I
She
just
was like
called.
this hidden angel.
I just came into the Lady Live one day. That's it. I hadn't even started doing any I hadn't even started doing any content yet.
Mm-mm-mm.
Not on my own channel. I hadn't started doing any content yet. It was Antonice that said, "Hey, we ought to do a show together." I'm like, "Sure."
Y'all,
She's
I
like, "For
was
real?"
shocked. She said, yeah. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm a love who. But thank God for growth and grace, guys. But I was like, she gonna be like, I can't be messed up with this lady.
But that's the thing though. This is the wild part about it is you said you you gave me the opportunity of a lifetime
Mm.
by don't you do it, by inviting me into the space, and because you opened the door for me,
Mm.
elevated chills sustained me for
Mm.
3 months in a row, for 90 days straight,
Literally, y'all.
every day.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing an hour plus, sometimes 2.5 hours of content because of him daily.
Bring it
Every
down, elevate it,
every
please.
day he went live, I was there with him to the point where they thought we was co-hosts. I'm like, I am not on that man channel. I'm just somebody that came. He let me come in there. And that's how I end up being where I am right now, by and large. And of course there have been others, you know what I'm saying, that have opened up their doors, have allowed me to do different things or whatnot, but I can still count the bulk of what I've done in this space because of you and Elevated. And prior to you all is Stash.
Oh.
Stash Cash was the one who said you should do content when I wasn't thinking about no content. I was just somebody cracking jokes in the comment section over there on Stash's page. He said, Tina Mo, you need to consider doing content. He said, matter of fact,
Mm.
y'all, oh man, I'm not gonna get emotional. Y'all subscribe to Tina Mo's channel. He was the one that got me to 50.
Mm.
And there was some
Shout out to
others like
Stash for that
Miss
cash.
J. You know I gotta roll out the red carpet. My mama here. Um, but that's the thing. That's why I always try to make sure that I don't forget where I came from, first and
Mhm.
foremost. I'm not one of those to be like, I done made it here. I got it out the mud. I pulled myself up by the bootstraps. I've been putting the work in. No. If you hadn't opened the door, I wouldn't have made it in.
Mama J be coming through with the comments though.
My mama said, you never know when opportunity will come your way. You never know what God has for you.
Cause you can't see. You can't see at the end of the road. Only he can. Seven
Mm-mm.
months ago, we didn't know, but
We didn't
he knew
know.
though. He
Yep.
knew, and then he brought it back to you for
Mm-hmm.
you to see that he knew the whole time, which we knew he knew, but he had to show us again. He knew. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
Joyce was so glad that you decided to comment because I know you be listening to us. I just don't ever know that you in the building while we over here clowning and whatnot. However, you are in the space and we must roll out the red carpet for you. The
Yeah.
red carpet, the green carpet, the yellow carpet, the blue carpet, whatever color carpet you want, ma. We rolling it out. The black carpet, huh? The purple
Mm.
carpet, whatever carpet you want, we rolling it out for you right now.
Name the
So
color.
glad that you decided to come and hang out with us tonight. I know for certain that you could be doing so many other things, if no more than talking to one of my sisters. So glad, or your husband. And yes, she's married. She is taken and she ain't available. But so glad that
Mm.
you have come into this space to hang out with your daughter, your oldest, and your oldest favorite in this space. And so glad. um and greetings and salutations, Ma. Welcome to these here Chapmans. And we on our way out the door. Um be kind, rewind one time for the one time. And even if you don't rewind, you let's do it later or something another or not. I don't know. My mama do what she want to do. I can't even tell her what to do because she
I
just do
love
it.
that.
Yes.
I'm gonna do what she want to
And
do.
can't nobody tell her what to do, really, if I just be honest. But hey, nobody but the Mister, Mister, period, Mister, And so, no, he don't be doing nothing to my. Oh Lord, now we done went straight to the color purple. Ain't nothing happening to her. She be living fine. Y'all know I'm a thug. Ain't nothing happening. I'm just saying.
Okay.
All right, now that we have cleared that up, so glad my mama was here. Dropping all the gems in the Chapmans. Yeah, but I'm so grateful for this opportunity. And ever so often, I have to do a station identification to let the people know that I'm still here. I'm still working towards something. And every now and then, something along the way lets me know that I'm going the right direction,
Mm-hmm.
that I'm doing the thing I'm supposed to do, that I am loved, that I am supported, that I am embraced, that I am heard, and I am appreciated. And I appreciate you all who have shown me those things in your own way. Anthony, you got anything before we hit the road, Jack, and come back next week?
I was just about to start singing that song. Hit the road, Jack, and don't you? But no, I don't got nothing else, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. And if you in the waiting period, continue to press on. Continue to press on. That's all I got.
Whew. In the words of Simply Sunshine Mama, she couldn't have said it better. He knew who he was going to use and all.
Mm. Oh, you know what? You know what? Can't say nothing after that because who he knew.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people you need will always find you, period.
And he knew. They go back to he knew.
Mm-hmm. Tina Anna
Mm-mm-mm.
Marie for show Jenkins. I see you and you got pants. Who I tell you about, yeah, Lady Yo? I don't know what I said. I said it so long ago, I'm running my mouth. I don't know what you're talking about. You tell me later. Just send me a text message or something. Um, but yes, like I said, this is one of those things that I'm so glad that you all have had the opportunity um to be a part of this day. Um, and that you all are sharing with us a monumental time. And while it may not be, one of us is monetized, or it may not be one of those things where one of us has reached um 3,000 hours or or 4,000 memberships or whatever it is that you need, to be monetized or what have you. It's still monumental because you get to see, you get to witness our excitement to keep going.
Mhm.
And sometimes you need to be able to see just that
Mhm.
because it's not a no. It's not a no. And we're able to handle, to steward, to wait on the yet.
Hmm.
Be willing to wait on your yet. Be willing to wait on your yet
Hmm.
because it's coming. And with that being said, we appreciate all of you all that have decided to come out and listen to us tonight. With that being said, be intentional with your life, with your efforts, and with your return to the intentionally random broadcast. With that being said, God bless you. Good night. Bye.
Bye.